Is Skanderbeg Albanian or Serbian? Let's take a look at what Skanderbeg himself wrote about it, in his letter to Giovanni Orsini, the Prince of Taranto, from October 31, 1460. Hear the original text, including a translation. Moreover, you scorn our people, claiming the Albanians as nothing more than sheep, and according to your customs think of us with only insults. It would seem you know nothing of the origins of our race. Our elders were the Heroits from whence Pyrrhus himself came forth, the might of whom the Romans could barely withstand. Those very Heroits whom with their weapons set forth and conquered Taranto and much of Italy. There exists no challenge to their might from the likes of the Tarentines, a species of wet men born only to catch fish. And since you proclaim Albania a part of Macedonia, you grant also then, our elders as nobles who went as far as India under Alexander the Great, defeating all the peoples that came before them with great ease. From those men descend these who you call sheep. But the nature of things is not changed. Why do your men run away in the faces of sheep? Taken from Skanderbeg's letter to Prince Giovanni of Taranto, Book 6 of Pope Pius II's Commentaries. Does that answer your question? In case it doesn't, hear a conclusion of Skanderbeg's ethnic background. George Castrioti Skanderbeg was an Albanian military leader, originating from the area surrounding Dibra. He was Albanian and identified as such. There is a propagandistic debate surrounding his mother's ethnicity, and while some scholars think her father was a Serbian Brankovic, other contemporary sources claimed her to have been related to the Albanian Muzaka family. Vajsaba Gjurgjuri Tribali, mother of the Albanian national hero, comes from the Illyrian tribe of the Tribals. This dilemma was clarified centuries ago by Stefan Byzanti in his Ethnicon, where he calls the Tribals the Illyrian tribes, and since they spoke a different language from the Byzantine Orthodox language, he defines them as barbarian tribes, as the tribes that spoke a language other than that of Byzantium. His father's family was ethnically Albanian, with no credible sources questioning that they spoke Albanian and followed Albanian custom law. He himself identified as Albanian throughout his life. He grew up in a northern Albanian family adhering to the Orthodox Church. There was no Albanian Orthodox Church at the time, so all Orthodox Albanians were either part of the Greek, Bulgarian, or Serbian Orthodox churches. This is why, although his father switched religion multiple times, Skanderbeg and his siblings grew up in an area culturally influenced by medieval Serbia to some degree. That doesn't make him any more Serbian than a Muslim Albanian named Ali today would be ethnically Turkish. Personal names in Albania were historically given according to religious and cultural background. Later in his life, he converted to Catholicism, dying as a Catholic, buried in a Catholic church in Luzha. George Castrioti declared the independence of Iberia, his homeland, on November 28, 1443, under the flag that is now known as the Albanian national flag. He was one of the greatest men who ever walked these lands.